character recognition technology. Students from Temasek Polytechnic came up with the app through a collaboration with the Singapore Association of the Visually Handicapped. It took the students about 8 months to create the program, which they say was not easy.
We didn't learn all this application and all this program before in our past 2 years, and all the knowledge that we gain is all self-learned during our final year project period.
Another application helps the visually impaired read texts. Just take a picture, and the application captures the text and reads it back to the user. For the partially visually impaired, all they need to do is change the color on the screen to enable them to read the text. The students said they settled on the iPhone because it was accessible.
Most of the screen reader are bulky and expensive, so they cannot actually bring out to use it. So iPhone is an item that they actually carry around so that when they go out, they want to read anything, like even the food package, the ingredient, the nutrition, wordings, everything, they can actually use it.
Those who've tried the app said it was user-friendly.
In the past, we had to buy a third-party software that is almost the price of the phone. Now for the iPhone, it's built-in, so we don't have to pay any extra. It makes us feel like we are normal, just like anyone else.
The students hope to release their creations on Apple's application store soon.
That's all we've got on Singapore Tonight. Do stay tuned for That's IT Uploaded, and Timothy Go with more on what's ahead.
That's IT Uploaded is coming up, and tonight we're going to have a look at the new iPad. Is it time for an upgrade? Tech news next.
When creative minds meet, they talk about the recipe for success and the art of culinary creation.
Key, it's ingredients.
I was trained in France and I'm back to showcase Singapore to the world.
Meet two top chefs as Australia's Tetsuya Wakuda speaks with Singapore's Justin Quek. On Signature, Monday at 9:30 p.m, exclusively on Channel News Asia.
Restaurant business is one of the toughest.
Barack Obama's re-election will be of no consequence to Asia.
He's made a commitment here, he spent time here, he's made friends here.
What is his actual priority for Asia, though?
Given the serious challenges that America is facing, this is the wrong time to change the captain of the ship.
I don't see that President Obama is such an Asian president that it wipes out all of the other things that are pressing on his time.
Pushing Asia, the Singapore debates, Tuesday at 8 p.m, exclusively on Channel News Asia.
That's IT Uploaded.
Hello everyone, I'm Timothy Go, and it is time for That's IT. Well, this year I decided not to show up at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, but that doesn't mean I can't tell you all about the new mobile devices that you should be getting ready for in the future. So here they are. Let's begin with the mind-boggling. Nokia surprised many with the 808 PureView because it is by far the only smartphone with a 41 megapixel camera. Yep, 41, as in 4-1. So is it a camera or a smartphone? You decide. Nokia says at full resolution, images can be blown up without a loss in clarity. This is how the technology stacks up. The 808 PureView has a 4-inch screen with a 64 by 360 resolution, along with 512 megabytes of RAM and a 1.3 gigahertz single-core processor. The Symbian-powered handset is likely to be the first of many Nokia phones to feature the high-definition Carl Zeiss lens. And from Samsung, a Galaxy smartphone that does not only take photos and videos, but it can also be used as a video projector. The built-in app can beam video images and even games on most surfaces.
It's obviously our biggest show ever. We're really excited. I think there are a number of key themes that you'll see at the show. So new devices, of course, quad-core phones and tablets will be exciting. We'll see a lot of NFC, so using mobile to pay, to open doors, that kind of technology.
It was all about tablets and the rise of the Chinese mobile phone maker at this year's Mobile World Congress. Brands like Huawei and ZTE look set to grab global smartphone market share, fueled in part by their competitive pricing. But are they good enough?
They have an expectation that they can sell like-for-like products some 15 or 20% cheaper than rivals, and it's a really daunting prospect for incumbents who are getting squeezed more and more in this smartphone race.
Though they may be cheaper than the big names like Nokia, Motorola, Samsung, and Sony Ericsson, the specs on these devices aren't too shabby at all. Take the top-of-the-range Huawei smartphone, for example. It comes with a quad-core chip, making it the fastest smartphone in the market. Tablets continue to be the rage at this year's Mobile World Congress. Brands like Samsung, Motorola, Asus, and Verizon are proudly showing off their shiny new slates. Google's latest ice cream sandwich OS will be powering most of these new devices. And here's a feature we'd like to see on all our smartphones. Say goodbye to death by water, rain, or even toilet bowl accidents. Panasonic and Fujitsu showed off their range of waterproof and dustproof smartphones and tablets at the MWC. But I wouldn't suggest you go diving with them. Not just yet. On the sidelines of the Mobile World Congress, Microsoft decided to release a version of its Windows 8 operating system for public viewing and testing, hoping that this new revamped operating system will turn around its tech fortunes. Microsoft is confident this is going to be a generational change in the Windows operating system. For starters, Windows 8 doesn't have the traditional Start menu. Instead, applications are spread across a mosaic of tiles which can be moved around the screen. It's a design called the Metro. And for the first time, the new OS will work on both computers and tablets. So you can operate by keyboard, mouse, or by touch.
The thing that's going to make it very different from Android tablets and from iPads, for example, is that Windows 8 is going to be a no-compromise solution. It's essentially going to be an operating system that is best in breed for tablets and best in breed for PC as well, so for productivity.
Windows 8 also includes access to an app store and cloud storage for those who want to move content across several devices.
Smooth user interface seems to be that they understood what they did wrong in previous versions of the operating system, and this is really designed as a consumer-based tablet experience to compete directly against what Android and Apple are doing.
Microsoft says this is its most ambitious operating system to date. It is putting the finishing touches now, and Windows 8 is expected to debut around October. And of course, we can't end this week's episode without taking a look at the new iPad. Yep, that's the name Apple decided to give the third generation iPad. So what's so new about it?
When you turn on that new iPad, you are going to see graphics, text, icons sharper than you can imagine. They're just beautiful.
Apple's third generation iPad comes with an enhanced Retina display with 2048 by 1536 pixel resolution, which gives you fabulous picture, video, and graphics quality. The dual-core A5X processor coupled with 4G LTE capability promise high performance at a much faster connection speed. The camera also sees dramatic improvements. The new iPad now comes with a 5-megapixel EyeSight camera with face detection, video recording in HD, and video stabilization. As for the lack of a new name, well, Apple told the Wall Street Journal it is breaking away from the convention because it doesn't want to be predictable. What do you think? So, my one-year-old iPad 2 is now the old iPad. The question is, knowing what we know now about the enhancements in the new iPad, is it time for an upgrade? I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. That's all we have time for this week here on That's IT. Don't forget, you can always follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. I'm Timothy Go. That's it.
Faces, each one distinct and different. They tell a story of who we are, where we've come from, where we've been. Every line, a milestone in that journey called life. In a continent of 4 billion, one news bulletin unveils the many faces of Asia, its nuances and perspectives. Understand Asia. It is, after all, our story. Primetime Asia, weeknights at 7 p.m., only on Channel News Asia.
As Southeast Asian nations find different ways to compete, a new development paradigm has emerged within the region, where creativity and innovation have become the catalyst for economic growth.
The future opportunity for creative industry is too big. Many fields of economic use the creative industry to improve their business.
The creative economy, Asia's next phase of growth, on The Next Asian Miracle, Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. on Channel News Asia.
A sold-out crowd gathered for Gearing Up for Your Dragon Baby, a health seminar on pregnancy, birth and baby care. Participants spent an insightful afternoon of educational demos and lively discussions, led by 5 experts who took them through the different landmarks of pregnancy and parenthood.
Every child is an individual. You must get to know the child well so that you can respond to the individual needs and the individual temperaments.
When you read as one aspect of knowledge, but when you hear from the doctors themselves, it broadens your perspective a little bit more.
Prepares me so that I won't be like in a shock when I experience this.
Makes fatherhood a little bit easier in that sense.
I think today's forum answered a few of the questions that I had in my mind.
Brought to you by Gleneagles Hospital. Supported by our partner. Organised by Channel News Asia.
Here in China, marriage is serious business. The number of billionaires here in China has more than doubled in the past 2 years. And for many Chinese singles, they are the hottest property to hitch. So for those looking for that gold mine of a partner, there's always the Millionaire matchmakers to help. He might not be a Forbes top 50, but millionaire Yang Ziyu can definitely be considered an eligible bachelor in Shanghai. Or so it seems. 6 months ago, this second-generation multi-millionaire, or locally known as Fu Dai, paid $31,000 to a high-end matchmaking agency. He wanted them to find him a wife. He has since gone for some 10 arranged dates, but none of the girls shortlisted has met his expectations yet. 所以您找个对象的时候有什么要求呢？
首先外观来看的话，中等偏上吧。然后内心来话，各方面就是综合素质要高一点，学历不要太